President Trump has said that the indictment of James Comey is justice, not revenge.
We're always going to let the law drive this stuff and the facts of the case and not political motivations. Which
James Comey has filed a 51-page motion for dismissal due to vindictive or selective prosecution. He's using Trump's truths about him as evidence.
There's a 2-page indictment against him. It's pretty straightforward. And they allege in the Eastern District of Virginia that on or about September 30th, 2020, James Comey willfully and knowingly lied to Congress.
Mr. Comey, have you ever been an anonymous source in news reports about matters relating to the Trump investigation or the Clinton investigation?
Never.
Have you ever authorized someone else at the FBI to be an anonymous source in news reports about the Trump investigation or the Clinton investigation?
No.
In September 2020, what happened was, in an exchange with Ted Cruz, Jim Comey reaffirmed testimony he gave to Chuck Grassley 3 years earlier in 2017 and doubled down on those assertions that he had not leaked to the media about an FBI investigation and he had not authorized a person at the FBI to leak to the media about any investigation into Trump or Hillary.
On May 3rd, 2017, in this committee, Chairman Grassley asked you point blank, quote, have you ever been an anonymous source in news reports about matters relating to the Trump investigation or the Clinton investigation? You responded under oath, quote,
never.
Never. He then asked you, quote, have you ever authorized someone else at the FBI to be an anonymous source in news reports about the Trump investigation or the Clinton administration? You responded again under oath,
no.
No. Now, as you know, Mr. McCabe, who works for you, has publicly and repeatedly stated
that is not accurate,
that he leaked information to the Wall Street Journal and that you were directly aware of it and that you directly authorized it. Now, what Mr. McCabe is saying and what you testified to this committee cannot both be true. One or the other is false. Who's telling the truth?
I can only speak to my testimony. I stand by what the testimony you summarized that I gave in May of 2017.
So your testimony is you've never authorized anyone to leak. And Mr. McCabe, if he says contrary, is not telling the truth. Is that correct?
Again, I'm not going to characterize Andy's testimony, but mine is the same today.
I worked very, very closely with Director Comey from the moment he started at the FBI. I was his executive assistant director of national security at that time. I then worked for him running the Washington field office. And of course, I've served as deputy for the last year.
In any event, there's no doubt he stood by that Grassley testimony, at least through his testimony on May 3rd, 2017. So if he did authorize somebody to leak for him at the FBI prior to May 3rd, 2017, they've got him. They've got him. You know, Ted Cruz there was talking about Andy McCabe, who worked for him. Was that who it was? Or was it somebody else? Was it the Trump investigation? Was it the Hillary? Who knows? And now it appears, I mean, I don't want to limit them, but it appears that at least we have clear evidence that Comey did use Daniel Richman, who was an employee of the FBI, again, from June 2015 through February 2017, to leak to the media about the Hillary Clinton email investigation prior to the time he denied it under oath to Chuck Grassley.
They show that James Comey was clearly aware that his top aide was providing information anonymously to the news media. Not only was he aware of it, he wrote in a private email, "Good job, my friend," actually congratulating him when Dan Richman, one of his top lieutenants, told him what he had just done with the New York Times. Yes, just like the indictment said, the story was about Hillary Clinton's email, so it backs up the government's case.
The reason I say that is today in the news is an explosive report from John Solomon based on documents provided by Kash Patel at the FBI that they found at the FBI that show correspondence between James Comey and Daniel Richman, his BFF and employee for that year and a half, making clear Comey wanted Richman to leak and that Richman did then act as an anonymous source to the New York Times and possibly others.
The reason we have this is that James Comey decided to play the victim card, say, I'm a victim of vindictive prosecution. That opened up the door for Lindsay Halligan and Pam Bondi and Kash Patel to unleash some of the evidence. And what does James Comey get confronted with? His own personal emails and handwritten notes. And
wait till you read the stuff that's coming out.
He knew the U.S. had intercepted a Hillary Clinton plan to hang a Russian chinkle on Donald Trump. His own notes showed he knew about it. So you have some other contradictions that prosecutors could come back with in a superseding indictment or some other action. So a bad day for James Comey. He was hit by a boomerang today.
And there was a room, and we found stuff, a lot of stuff.
A hidden room.
I wouldn't call it hidden, but hidden from us at least, and not mentioned to us. And then we found stuff in there, and a lot of it's from the Comey era, and we are working our damnedest right now to declassify. And just so you know, because I get the public, I totally understand people saying, well, do it now. The process is not all the information is ours to declassify. Some is other intelligence agencies.
James Comey, John Bolton, Letitia James were all recently indicted. There's a pattern to these names. They're all public figures who have publicly denounced you. Is it political retribution?
You know what? You know who got indicted? The man you're looking at. I got indicted, and I was innocent.
Now, the question isn't only, did Comey lie? It's also, will the system even allow this case to reach the truth? Will the charges be thrown out on a technicality? Or will one of the most powerful law enforcement officials in modern history have to answer for his own actions in court?
And yet, when you go after a dirty cop like Comey, or a guy like Bolton, who I hear I don't know anything about it, I hear he took records all over the place, who knows? Letitia James is a terrible, dishonest person, in my opinion.
Did you instruct the Department of Justice to go after them?
Not in any way, shape, or form. No, you don't have to instruct them because they were so dirty, they were so crooked, they were so corrupt.
This case could set a precedent. Either it proves that no one is above the law, or that some people still are. So I'll ask you, what do you think happens next? Does Comey walk away untouched? Or are we about to witness something America has never seen before?
Talked about a couple of months ago, and 5, and perhaps most consequentially, there are indications in these